have a perfect secondary. I have a perfect secondary that I want to share with you guys. So this secondary on the EOB, hold on, let me see if I pull it up in my second one. O'Reilly, out of all parts. I don't know where that song came from, but anyway. Okay, so with this EOB, the adjudication date is 2/6, which is fine because today's 2/8, as long as it does not fall on the same day that we're billing out the secondary claim. Your adjudication date cannot fall on the same day that you are billing out your secondary claim, okay? Now, this one has two patient responsibilities. I see a PR1 and then I see a PR3. Excuse me, patient has deductible and patient has copay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add my copays together with this one. So the first PR3 is 41 cents. So 0.41 plus $4.99.59. So $500 for the co-insurance. So I'm going to go ahead and add my adjustment group right here, and I'm going to put 500 as my copay, and then I'm going to tab my reason code is going to be 3 because that's a copay. Now there is a deductible. So the deductible is $1,000. Okay, the deductible is $1,113.96. So what I'm going to do, this thing is getting on my nerves. You're distracting me. Don't do that. Be respectful, okay? Thank you. So we're going to do $500 because that's what the patient's copay is. So we're going to take $500 plus the deductible. That is going to be the full remaining patient liability amount. So 500 plus $1,113.96. So the total patient responsibility is $1,613.96. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. So $1,613.96. Okay. So now that I have that there, I'm going to put $1,113 for my deductible. My reason code is going to be 1. My units is going to be 1. Oh, I didn't add the 96 cents. See, that would have not balanced out. So now I'm on the contractual. Remember with the contractual, the CO45, how we're going to find that is we are going to take the RC amount, which is $2,547.04, and we are going to subtract it by what? The copay, not the deductible, but the copay. Always subtract your RC from the copay. If there's no copay, you don't need to subtract it. For example, if there was just a deductible, we would leave the RC amount as $2,547.04. But since there is a copay, we're going to take that $2,547.04 and we're going to subtract it by $500 because that's how much our copay was. So 500 equals $2,047.04. So we're going to go ahead and plug that in right here. $2,047, sorry, and 4 cents. And then we're going to put the reason code as 45 because that's a contractual. And then boom, this part is done. Now I'm going to go to my service line. See, this one only had two charges, so there's only 2 lines. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this right here. And so boom, okay, this one was pretty good. And given the fact that like once, I don't really have to, if this is your first time, just make sure you have a calculator and to balance yourself out until you get used to it. Like right now, I could just do the math and be like, okay, yeah, it balanced itself out. And right now it just showed that it accepted by Waystar. So I am good to go with this one. So I'm going to go back to my other system right here, delete it out so it doesn't come back to me. And we're going to get paid. All right, so that was that. Now I'm going to finish working the rest. And it's 9:25. I think I'm going to get some breakfast. And then, yeah, so I have one more actually. So let's do one more. Okay, let's do one more. So this is the last secondary that I have. We could do that one together. Okay. Uh-oh, I forgot to tell you guys the total charges on the last one. Sorry. Well, the total charges was $3,661 in the last one. I think I could tell you guys the numbers as long as no patient's name is being said or mentioned. I think I'll be good to go with that. I'll be all right with that. All right, so that was our last secondary, and the last secondary, it was actually sent to the payer, so I didn't have to work that one, so that one is good. So I just made sure that got deleted out of my system so it doesn't come back to me. Okay, so it is 9:25. I am getting hungry, and I'm gonna get me some breakfast, and then we're gonna come back and finish the rest. Okay, so let's go eat. Come on. Okay guys, we're back from eating breakfast. I do not like to eat in my room. It drives me crazy. Like, I can't. I feel like treating myself for lunch today. No, we're not. I want to go to Chick-fil-A, but no, we're not gonna go to Chick-fil-A. Focus, because I did meal prep, and I've been back in the gym consistently for a month now. So I've been meal prepping, and excuse me, it does save me a lot of time because after work I go pick Logan up and then I go straight to the gym. So it works. All right, let me move this right here. Okay, so our next account is, let me read you guys the rejection that it's telling me. It's saying the subscriber / patient not eligible for medical benefits for submitted date of service. So our date of service is 1/30/2024. The patient has Aetna. So, oh, one thing I forgot to mention, I also do insurance verification. Like with my last job, I didn't have to do insurance verification. Like if the patient did not have insurance, we sent it to a team and they did all of that stuff. We didn't actually have to go digging and looking to see if the patient actually really was active or not. But with this job, it's actually different. So I do, it sounded like I said I do. I do complete a patient verification, which I'll go into the portals to check to make sure that they were active for the date of service and that they do have active coverage. If not, we term it. Now, a lot of patients do this, and sometimes this may be the case. Like for example, if it says subscriber was not eligible for medical benefits, it could be two things. It could be the patient was not active where they did not have coverage for real, or it could be the patient has another insurance and never updated their coverage of benefits, which is also COB. So it could be two things as to why they're not eligible, and you just have to, you know, do some investigating to figure out which one it actually is. So with this one, I took my account, I plugged it into Aetna. The provider portal that you use for Aetna is Availity. Availity has a lot of insurances that you can do eligibility claim status, and all of that good stuff. So I pulled it up on Availity and I plugged in their Aetna ID number, their date of birth, and of course you'll put your facility information in when you're doing claim status check, eligibility, whatever the case may be. You will pull up your provider's information and the claim will come up and everything. So it came up and it says that member is inactive. Now, usually it will show if the patient has other insurance, because sometimes, again, like I stated before, the patient will have secondary insurance. I mean, two insurances where one is inactive. Actually, let me say this. The patient will have two primary insurances where one is inactive and the other one is active, but they have the inactive one on file, which is the wrong one. So what they would have to do is call their insurance and say, hey, I'm no longer with Aetna. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. That is my primary. I need you guys to put it in your system as to, like, you know, if providers bill, that it'll bill the correct insurance. So in this case, the patient only has one insurance and it does show that Aetna is inactive. Usually on the website, it'll show you, or it'll tell you if the patient has other insurance. Like, for example, let's say, I think I kind of just gave that example, but let's say this patient has Blue Cross Blue Shield in our system as secondary. I would have then gone into the system and pull up eligibility for Blue Cross to see if they are active with Blue Cross and to see if it is primary. So in this case, patient doesn't have any other insurance because it says no additional payer information provided, means they only have one insurance. So this is a true inactive patient. Her plan effective date was April 3rd of 2023, and it termed, which means it terminated, like it's done, on December 31st, 2023. So when she came into the emergency room, she said she had insurance, which she did not. She gave her Aetna card, and that's the card that they put on file for us to bill. Now, when we billed it, it came back rejected because it's saying the patient is not active, which is correct. So the proper steps that I'm going to take with this one is to make it self-pay. Now, your facility can be different on how they take the steps to make it self-pay, but when the patient does not have another insurance, it becomes self-pay. Let's say, for example, the patient did have other insurance, then what you would do is obtain the information from the patient, and then you would bill the other insurance as primary. But since Boo Boo Kitty ain't got no more insurances, Boo Boo Kitty is going to get a little hefty bill. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go into my system and I'm going to delete it. Okay, so this is the steps that we take. So I'm going to delete it, and I have my notes because it's a little lengthy. So we're going to delete it, and then I am going to annul it. I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to add the visit number. Oh, that's the insurance number. Sorry, boo boo. Okay, we're going to copy this right here. We're going to paste it right here. Bring it up. Now I'm going to annul it. Yes. Okay, boom. Now I'm going to go into our other system and add the patient as self-pay. So we did that. And I always have my notes to make sure that I am doing things right, because I like to do things right. My concept is quality work versus quantity. I want to make sure that my work is quality, like it's correct the first time, so it doesn't come back to me and be like, oh, you got to redo this. I ain't got time for all of that. Okay, so make sure quality work, double check yourself, write down notes, take as many notes as you possibly can, and always go over your notes, double check yourself to make sure that it goes out clean the first time and that it does not have to come back to you. Okay, so quality work over quantity. Okay, and then so boom, I did that. Now I am going to term into my system. I'm going to term the insurance into the system. So I need to go to right here, And then I'm going to term the insurance, which I'm going to make it not active anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and update insurances, update. And then I'm going to get you out of here, baby. It's not really sad. Over here, over here, over here. Okay, so boom. This insurance is termed. Now I'm going to add self-pay. I'm going to add the patient as self-pay because the patient does not have insurance. So self-pay, we have so many different codes. So my ID code is this. My plan code is this. Okay, boom. Patient is self-pay. Okay, so I'm gonna do okay. Now I'm going to re-rank my insurance. I'm going to put self-pay as first. Okay, boom. That's done. Now I'm gonna go into my other system and to make sure that everything is showing up the way I need it to show up, and then I'm going to put a note into my system. Okay, so boom, it shows self-pay as primary and Aetna has been termed, so we will not build Aetna. It's going to come completely out of the system. I'm going to go into my notes and I'm going to add that PT insurance termed. So that one is done. So now I can go back to my spreadsheet and I'm going to put, I don't know if I should put insurance termed. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, so the next rejection is patient eligibility not found based on submitted information. So let's see what insurance the patient has here. I want to say it's Aetna. That doesn't even look like an Aetna policy number. So in order for you to figure out, you know, and to fix your rejections, you have to do a lot of digging, a lot of investigations. Now I know a lot of y'all girls be put your FBI caps on, okay? Act like this is your man cheating, put your FBI caps on and get it done. So by the looks of this, I am going to go to I'm going to see if the patient has an insurance card on file. And the patient doesn't, but she doesn't have an insurance card on file. So I can't even verify that she actually, I can't confirm physically with my eyes to say that she does have Aetna, but there's a way around it. Okay, so it is saying that her insurance is Aetna Better Health Star Medicaid. Okay, so it's saying that she has Medicaid. So what I'm going to do is see what state she's in so I can go to that portal. Okay, I'm going to go to that portal. I'm going to go to that Medicaid portal to see if I am able to pull it up. And another key way to understand what needs to be done and what you're trying to do is ask yourself questions. Like I talk to myself every single day, like whether I'm working or not, I talk to myself. That's how I answer my questions. That's how I get things answered. I talk to myself. And I also talk to God too. Like if it comes to a point I'm not able, I'm like, Holy Spirit, can you please give me wisdom and allow me to solve this or help me to figure it out? But ask yourselves questions while you're working. Okay, boom. So patient has active coverage. Patient has active coverage. So now what we're going to do, let me see when her plan became active. Okay, her plan started January 1st, 2023, and it ends December 31st, 2078. 2078. All right. So, and it is Medicaid. This patient does have Medicaid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the ID card and compare it to the member ID number that we have on file, because that's probably what the case may be. And just make sure the correct spelling, date of birth is right, the member ID number is correct, to see. I'm gonna make sure that, where's my, I have a scrap, I have a little scrap notebook to write things down. So I'm gonna go ahead and write her member number ID down so I can make sure that what we have on file is correct, because it's saying that the member is not found. And I also want to make sure that we have the correct plan, that we're billing the correct plan, because that could also be the issue as well. Because sometimes excuse me, the people at the front desk, they're not putting the correct insurance information in, and claims are being rejected because of that simple mistake. So I'm going to make sure that the name is spelled correctly, the date of birth is correct, the member ID number is correct. Let me see if there's a group number. No, there's no group number, and there's no group name. Okay, boom. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure that we are billing the correct insurance, that the EDI number is correct. So I'm going to go ahead and check all of that, and then we'll be able to see why the claim is being rejected. Now, everything in our system is right. Let me see what Waystar is talking about. That's why. That's why they're sending it to the wrong payer. It has to go through regular Aetna. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We are going to change the insurance that is being billed. So I'm gonna go back in here. I'm gonna go into this system because I need to pull it up. Update insurances. Okay, I need to update you. Boom. Okay, let's see, Aetna. It needs to go to Aetna Better Health. Yes, it needs to go to Aetna Better Health. So we're going to choose that one, and then boom, that one is good to go. Why would they do that though? It clearly says it. Let me get the numbers, because with this one, okay guys, so I have my Bible here, my binder that I created with all the notes and stuff. Okay, so Aetna is $250. Okay, once I'm able to find it, that'll be good. But this one is good to go. All I have to do is find the correct Aetna, because it's a lot of them and I gotta scroll through it. So once that's done, that claim will be ready to go, and that's that. So I'm gonna end it right now because I do have a meeting in a couple minutes. So I'm gonna end the video right here right now, and we'll pick up. I'll probably do some more tomorrow, but comment down below if you guys enjoy this type of video, because I know some people do like day in the life of medical billers and stuff like that, and day in the life of stuff, but they never actually explain anything. You're just like pretty much watching them and listening to music. So I rather explain so you guys can kind of understand and know and ask questions. So if you like this type of video style, comment down below, let me know. And if you have any questions, I can answer them. But yes, I am going to call it a day right now. I have a meeting coming up in a couple minutes, and after that I'm gonna finish working. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye.